Hi everyone, I'm Helen and welcome to our little hobby nook. I can't believe I'm doing this video already. It's July, nope, it's August. I don't know where the time's going and it's pretty scary actually. It's just going so quick. Had a really busy July, so I haven't actually done many completed pages. I managed 8. One of those was a double page. But I did get to 4 untouched books, so that's all good. Yeah, it's just been so busy. I've had family visit. It was our eldest daughter's 21st birthday last month. Last week, not last month. Last month. But last week. So yeah, it's been a bit hectic. So yeah, not got many pages done, but it's fine. I've got some done. And the thing is, this month's going to be looking probably roughly the same as well. It's my birthday this Thursday, and then we've got family visiting for a week next week. So yeah, it's not sure what colouring time I'm going to get in, but we shall see what we can get done. So I'm going to start with my project books. So first up we have Fragile World. I haven't coloured in this for a couple of months, so I went ahead and I did a double page spread this month, and I chose the pandas. So I've recently got some distress oxides. I got them earlier last month, and I've been after distress inks for a long while, and I've been buying them here and there from different companies over the last, since the beginning of the year. Shane bought me some for Christmas and the whole lot had to be sent back. Every single one was dry. There was no ink on them whatsoever. And the company that he got them from just tried to fob us off, said, oh no, that's how they're supposed to be. But no, they're not. So they got sent back, and then since then I've tried various other companies, and again they've all just turned up dry. I've tried ordering them lower, like I say, since January, so Christmas, January, and yeah, a lot of them have said, oh, it's the weather, but January it's cold, so that's got nothing to do with it. And then, like I say, I've tried doing them all throughout the year, and yeah, they've all just made excuses that they're not supposed to be dry. Some have said, oh, it's the weather. Some have said, oh, it's how that I've stored them, or when I've literally got them. That's not how I've stored them, it's just how they've been delivered. So yeah, I gave up on getting inks, and someone said to get oxides because they're a lot more juicy. And apparently they are supposed to be easier to work with in colouring books because they're slightly creamier and they don't dry as quick. So I thought, okay, I'll give my last chance, and I got some oxides, and they worked fabulously. They went on so smooth. I've used them quite a lot this month. There's a few pages that I'll be showing with them that I've used. And yeah, I'm much happier, and the company that I got them from was pretty decent. Their prices weren't too bad. So yeah, I will be getting some more of those, and I had a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm not going to carry on ranting because otherwise I'll be here all day. So in the background, distress oxides. I just literally went over the whole lot. I did use a little bit of masking fluid just to mask the white areas that I was going to do on the bear, just so I didn't make a mess. And then I just used some water just to splat on it, which is what like all these bits here are. If you put water on it and then pat it off, it sort of like leaves this like bokeh sort of kind of effect. Now doing it in this book, it has bled through. It's not too bad. I can cover that up, so that's not an issue. So this book, I have noted down, it doesn't take too well by making it wet, or at least the amount of wet that I put on there. And then I went over the top with Prismacolors, and then there's some Posca pen on there. But yeah, I had a lot of fun using those, and it made colouring this so much quicker. Normally doing these two would probably have taken me 2 weeks probably. But especially if I did all the background like I would have done normally with either pencil or Neocolour, it still would have taken me a week or so. And I'd managed to do it in 2 evenings, so that wasn't bad. So definitely Distress Oxides are the way forward for doing larger backgrounds. Obviously it's going to depend on what I'm colouring as to obviously having to do some masking fluid, but yeah, I had a lot of fun with that one. So that was in Fragile Worlds. Next up we have Luna, and where are we? I did this one, and this is a lilodendron, or a tulip tree. I tend to Google what they are and then colour them in how they are, especially in this book. I don't know why I started, and just the way that I continue doing it. So I used Crayola Super Tips for the background, and then I went over the top with polychromos. There's some Posca pen on there, there's some gel pen, and then there's some stickles just on the fairy's wings there. And I did this one for our hashtag, which I am hosting over on Instagram, which is Little Hobby Nook Trolley July 25. The August ones are now up on our page as well if anyone is interested in joining along in August's. But I chose the fairy tag. So yeah, so that was that one. Pretty simple, pretty quick. Again, I like doing the ones on the black background because you haven't got to think about adding anything in the background. Just added in these few little spots and a little bit of smoke coming out the chimney. So nice and easy, pretty quick. And the Super Tips worked pretty well in here as well. Normally, like Super Tips, because they are so cheap, they're really streaky. But for some reason in this book, they were pretty good, and they don't bleed through either, which is good. But yeah, they went on really nice, and they didn't really streak or anything, so I was quite surprised. So I might use them from now on just to base, because again it made it so quick. I managed to do this in a couple of hours, so yeah, that's always good. So that was Luna. Then we have Magical Dawn, and I warn you, please put on your sunglasses because this one is nice and bright. And it was this one, this butterfly page, and again using the Distress Oxides in the background, and I did the same thing with Splat in the Water, and it doesn't bleed through on this paper, so that's a bonus. I've seen other people use Distress Inks in these books and using the water effect, and it doesn't do it, so I was very hopeful that it wouldn't, and yeah, I was right. It's yeah, it come out really well. So Prismacolor, the oxides in the background, and then there is some Langueur gel pens in there, and the background I've just splattered a load of Arteza metallic watercolour paints and Winsor & Newton inks. Not really much sparkle on there, just let the colour do the talking on this one, but the sparkle's sort of in the metallic splashes that's in the background. You can't really sort of see it in camera, but it is there. I do apologise, the lighting is really bad. I tend to seem to find as soon as I sit down to record a video and either the sun goes in or it just goes black as anything out there, and it just, yeah. So anyway, hopefully you saw that well. So that was Magical Dawn. Then next up, Fairy Tales and Folklore, and I chose this page, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. It's showing very blue again, but this is actually teal. Yeah, I don't know why it's so blue, but yeah, this is actually teal, so it's more green. And this isn't that pink either. I don't know why my camera's doing that. I might have to have a look into some settings, I think. So Prismacolors all over, and then there's a little bit of soft pastel in the background, and then just some Langueur gel pens and a little bit of Posca. So not a lot on there. Usually I'd base in this book with a water medium, because I find that going over with just pencil straight away, it just doesn't work. But for some reason the last couple of pages that I've done, it's behaved. So I do wonder whether some of the pages are slightly different to others, but who knows. But yeah, again, I had fun with this one. Quite pleased with how the skin came out. Yeah, I quite like this one. Very, very subtle background. Yeah, let me see if I can change how like bright that looks. Why does it look so... That's a little better. Now I've just made it dark. That's a bit better. It still shows as blue. This is more like the colour. Yeah, I don't know why teal doesn't want to pick up on camera, but I assure you that is more green than it is blue. And again, this was for our hashtag for Emily Leaderhall Oberg. So this was Little Hobby Nook Oberg July 25, and it was for the colour teal. Well, like I said, this is teal. So that was Fairy Tales and Folklore. Then Untouched Books. So I just wanted to mess around this year. No, last month. And I just did this one. Super simple. It's literally just Distress Oxides in the background, and then just went over with Tombow gel brush pens and some Posca, and then just added some glitter gel pens on just some of the bows on the background. Again, did the water splash in, and it bleeds through on this one, so just a forewarning. But yeah, just super simple, super quick. I've probably done this in about an hour, probably not even that. Just wanted just to chill and have some downtime. It does look a little streaky up here, but that's just the way that they do their like their drawings. So yeah, it's just how it is with these lines. Yeah, nice and quick. So that was in Art Therapy Babies. Then we have Moon Valley, and I did this dragon with the laburnum tree in the background. Our next door neighbour has one of these trees down the back of his garden, and we have complained about it a little bit because we have pets and animals and things, and they're poisonous. Thankfully they don't go down that far in the garden, so it's not too bad, but yeah, they are poisonous to animals and to humans as well. But if you're that silly to eat them, then well, more for you. So again, I did my Crayola Super Tips in the background, went over the top with polychromos, and then there is some Langueur gel pen on there, and then on the dragon's wings there is a little bit of glitter on there. Not really going to see it, but there is a little bit of sparkle just on the fleshy parts of the wings. But yeah, I did like this one. I like the colour palette. So laburnums are yellow, and they normally have green leaves, but I stuck to the theme of just having the yellow. And again, it was from our hashtag. I did the dragon and the royal blue tags. So that was in Moon Valley. Then next up we have a Midnight Masquerade, and I coloured this one for our daughter's birthday. So the background is with Neocolour 2s, and then Prismacolor for everywhere else. There's some Posca and some Pentel gel pen on there just for a little bit of sparkle. So the reasoning behind the colours is her favourite cake is a red velvet cheesecake. Not the cheesecake, but red velvet. So that's the colours for that. And her favourite colour is actually red, but she loves autumn and she loves pumpkins, so I chose the orange just to go with the pink rather than doing red because it would have clashed. And then the cape that she's wearing, I added a little symbol on here, and this is the emblem for oh gosh, I should know this. Yeah, for her favourite band. Oh, it's completely escaped me. Oh, why can't I think of it? It'll come to me. But yeah, she has an obsession with hoodies. So that's basically, I know it's a cape, but that's basically how I did it. That's going to bug me. Where's my phone? Let me just quickly Google what the band is. Bring Me the Horizon. Oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, so it's Bring Me the Horizon. And this is their logo. So yeah, that's basically what I added onto there. I think it was super cute. So that was in Midnight Masquerade. And then last but not least, we have Dragon Spell. This book is gorgeous. I think this is easily my favourite mythographic book. At least in the top 2 anyway. And I chose the dragon fruit page. Oh my gosh, this, oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. So I based everything with Albrecht Dürer pencils. Then I went over the top with Prismacolors and some Langueur gel pens. And then I always add a washi tape border. I don't know why I started doing it, and now it just seems to be a thing. So that's basically what I'm doing. So all the pages, they're all going to have a washi tape border on it. But yeah, I just absolutely love doing this one. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the background, so I left the background to last. And I did and and different things. I was going to do a night sky. I was going to do just blue. And then I thought, no, I'll just bring in the colours that I used from the dragon fruits and just sort of like stippling the colour around the background. And yeah, it came out, oh yeah, I really, 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 really like this one. I enjoyed doing it. I didn't use any alcohol markers. I was going to, but I thought, no, I'm going to use my Albrecht Dürers because I do like watercolours in these books. They work really well, so far anyway, in the ones that I have done. As long as you don't saturate the page, they come out quite well. But yeah, really, really enjoyed doing this one. I did it as a dragon fruit because, well, dragon fruit. But yeah, I had to look up some dragon fruit images just to remember the colour on the inside, because I've had various different dragon fruits over the years. So I've had a yellow one, which has the white flesh. And then I've also had, obviously, the pink one, but it's had pink flesh in it, as well as white flesh. I was going to do pink flesh for all of it, but I thought, no, it needs to be a little bit of white on there just to otherwise it would have been too pink, I think. But yeah, I think this would look nice as well as the yellow fleshed one. But yeah, I think if ever I got this book again, I'll probably colour it yellow. I think it'd look quite sweet, to be fair. But yeah, I did enjoy doing that one. So that's all that I managed to get done this month, or last month. Favourite page, it has got to be this one, I think. Yeah, definitely this one. I just loved it from start to finish. And yeah, hands down, I think it's probably my favourite page of all time as well, to be honest. So yeah, so let me know what you think. I do apologise for my ramblings today. Again, I am super tired. But yeah, let me know what you think and tell me which one is your favourite page. And until next time, take care and see you in the next one. Bye.